When you think about the first time we met, what do you remember?
Well, I remember walking in from vacation. I was 19, and I was like, ooh, who's that cute tall guy that looks like George Clooney? I remember that part specifically because I was interested in you when I saw you, so yeah.
But you were with someone else.
So were you.
True.
Yeah.
When do you think I feel closest to you?
Probably when we spend time together. Any time we spend together. Or when I randomly give you hugs or randomly hold your hand. I think that's when you feel close to me. I could be wrong, I don't know if... When do you feel like we're closest?
I feel like it's the times where you show affection towards me. It's when you are affectionate that I feel closest to you.
Of course, I start crying already. Yeah. Something I try to work on. And I'll get there, I promise.
It's okay.
Describe the moment you realized I was in love with you.
When I went to California and I saw how hurt you were by that, made me really realize how much you cared. And it's not that I didn't take our relationship seriously, but we can talk about our age difference and stuff. I never really thought that I would be somebody that you would want to be with, because I was just some old dude that you were hanging out with.
You're not that old.
And I didn't know if it was gonna ever be what it has become so many years later.
When do you think people judge us, and why do you think they do? This is a really good question.
I think we get judged all the time. We could be out for dinner or out for a drink and people look at us, they notice our age difference, they judge us, they form their own opinions. Your father certainly judged us in the beginning. A lot of your friends did. My friends did. My family did.
I wouldn't necessarily say they judged. They more so they were
they draw a conclusion before they get to know either of us or know anything about us. So they do judge us.
As far as that question, I can understand why my parents would be a little bit cautious, because you were recently divorced when we got together, and you do have 2 kids, and I was fresh meat at 21 years old. And they pretty much wanted me to be with someone that didn't have that excess baggage, I guess you can say.
Sure.
And I can understand their point of view.
I can too.
They want me to be with someone my own age so we can go about how life is supposed to be. And of course, I completely went against them. And
Good choice.
Good choice. I completely went against them, and here we are now.
I don't think the judgment is always negative. Just because someone's judging us doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But I think you probably feel a certain way about seeing all your friends getting married, engaged, having kids, and that hasn't happened to you yet.
Yeah.
But maybe it is because of you call it baggage, but it's my life,
Well, I don't call it baggage, but most people would call it baggage.
I think our life is so much different than any of your friends or my friends. And
that's what's hard, though. At least it's hard for me, because I do see all these people my age getting engaged, having babies, or already married, and it sucks because I know I shouldn't envy these people because I don't know what they're going through, They could be putting up happy pictures on all over social media, but their lives aren't really happy, so I can't really compare.
Well, maybe they are happy.
Or maybe they are happy,
maybe
yeah.
Not, but I think that's another thing that I would ask you to not care so much about social media.
Yeah, because it sucks. It sucks being able to see what people have that I want and I can't have. And I know that our story is going differently.
It's just that social media is a farce. Nobody posts the bad stuff that happens in their life.
But it's hard because you always tend to tell me, oh, it's you millennials that are into social media. And unfortunately, unfortunately, that is part of my life. That's part of my life. And it's hard to kind of, there have been plenty of times that I've taken breaks from social media because of the fact that I'm always constantly comparing our life to other people's lives. And I want to obviously stop doing that. Oh, God.
How do you think our relationship would be different if we were the same age?
Wow. We actually spoke about this the other night. It'd be way different, at least in my opinion. I feel like if you were my age right now, we probably would already be married with a kid. Or maybe no kids, but maybe married. Or maybe not married, maybe engaged. But I feel like if I were with someone my own age, if I was with you and you were my age, I think we would pretty much have what you could say what I want.
Okay. But you're answering that question as if I would come down to your age.
What do you mean?
But what if you were my age?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
So you would likely have been in some sort of relationship in your life, and now we meet each other and we're both in our 40s. Would you have that same
mentality?
Rush to want to get engaged,
not.
Married, have a kid at 45 years old?
Probably not.
So it could go either way, right?
Yeah. I guess that's where it kind of it's not, I don't want to say it's kind of like a barrier, but I think that's where our age comes into play, because you're in no rush. I don't know if you're in a rush to get married or have kids, but you're in no rush to do that. And me I'm going to be 30 in a couple months. It's like time is ticking, Jen, like what's going on?
Well, that's why I think we need to get closer to each other emotionally and mentally, because there's two different stereotypes or extremes, right?
Yeah.
And it's not always going to be what you want, and it's not always going to be what I want. So that's where we need to communicate better and have a clearer understanding of where we're going to be in 3 years, 5 years, or where we want to be.
I feel like we both want the same things, but it's like you're in no rush to get there, but I'm in a rush. I feel like we both want the same things. You do want to get married, you do want to have one more child, but we're kind of, I feel like we're two cars kind of going like this, I guess.
Yeah, and do you realize that I want those things because of you?
Like get married and have a child?
Sure.
I know, because when we first began dating, you told me you did not want to get married or have children.
If you were not in my life right now, I I would not care whether I ever got married again. And I would probably put to rest the thought of ever having another child. I mean, I'm older. I have teenage kids. So if it wasn't something that you wanted, then I would be okay never getting married again and never having another child.
But you do want them. You're not just doing it to make me happy, right?
No, it's part of the relationship. It's not, I'm just going to do it to make you happy.
In the beginning, you told me you didn't want to get married or have any kids, and I was willing to sacrifice those two things just to be with you. And I lost myself in that process. And when I told my family about that, or when I told my friends about that, they thought I was stupid, because they always used to say, Jen, like, you always wanted to get married young, you always wanted to have like more than 2 kids, how can you not want to get married anymore or have kids anymore? But I told them I really love this guy, and I feel like in order to keep him, I have to pretty much do what he says. Not he says, because you didn't tell me you can't have kids or any of that. You just said I don't want to have kids and I don't want to get married anymore, which I understood because unfortunately we got a divorce and that wasn't a very easy one. But I don't know what it was that made me change. And I think that's when I told you, like, no, I'm sorry, if you want to be with me, I need that. I need marriage, and I need maybe not 4 kids, but I need at least 1 child, because I would love to have a human being that is of me and you, because I was ready to just walk away because I just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
And
like I said, I made that decision because of you.
I just hope you're not gonna resent me for that in the future if we ever do have a child.
I could never resent a child.
This question. Oh, this is gonna be really hard.
Hi, thank you so much for watching this video. If it was important to you and you want to support us, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep watching. Thank you very much.